Hi there, and welcome to the second video in the Air User Blogs series that's showing the new Air User instruments that come with Pro Tools 8, part of the free bundle. You may have already seen the Mini Grand one that we did recently, and thanks for all the feedback we got on that. Very helpful. Today I've decided to show Xpand2, which has been updated greatly, and it includes a lot more sounds. It now includes also multi-timbrality, which means that in each instance of Xpand2 you can actually have 4 instruments on 4 separate channels at the same time, which is really helpful. And of course you could add several channels of this, and you could increase your inputs up to 16 instruments if you have the CPU power. So what we're going to stick to today, and as we did in the earlier video that we did, is just show you over the instrument. And this is not a training video. Phil Jackson, DigiDesign, does fantastic videos that you can find on DigiTV on the DigiDesign website, digidesign.com, and he's the master, and what we're just intending to do is not replace anything that Phil does, but just to show you the new instruments if you're interested in getting hold of Pro Tools 8 and you're not quite sure yet. So here we go. What you can see on screen today is a instrument instance of Xpand2, and here it is on the screen. So I'll quickly show you over it. If you've used Xpand before, the original version, then it should look pretty similar and pretty straightforward, but I'll just show you around the instrument. I've got a preset that I've created already, which I'm going to show you when I demo it later in the video, just to show you in action as a multi-timbral sound module. So just showing you through it. Straight away at the top we've got all the usual stuff that you'd expect on an Artist plugin, including things like the presets are here. If you go in here, there's the root settings for an Air User, which is my setting that I've set up for this session today. But we can also go here, and if you go up, you get this great menu now with all these different sounds that you can load in that have been programmed already by the guys at Air, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that's helpful. And they're multi sounds that have been created, and there's, as you can see, there's tons of them, absolutely tons of them. It'll take you several hours just to work through those to see what you've got. They're not the same as the actual sounds that are built into the module and the plugin, and we'll show you that in a sec as well. So then we have the smart knobs. These reference to each part of the instrument you've got activated. So we have 4 parts here, A, B, C and D. Then we have MIDI channels set there, 1 to 4 of course. These are the sound names, the levels, the pan, the FX sends 1 and 2, and they're now down here. This is really helpful. Now having your FX sends on the same screen as the rest of the module, you used to have to switch between 2 screens on Xpand1, and that's not now necessary. Got tuning, high and low key, so you can set, if you want to use this on all the same channel, you can set different key allocations as different parts of the keyboard. So you could have your keyboard split into 4 parts here by setting high and low keys, which is really helpful. Polyphony of each of the sounds. So I'm using a bass sound today, so what I could do actually is go here and make that mono, which is great. And then I could choose how the notes are then triggered when it's played. Pitch bend range as well, how far I want the pitch bend to go. Arpeggiator, nicely done now. Modulation, all there, how you assign your modulation wheels and stuff like that. Again, this isn't a training video, this is just showing you around the instrument. Smart knobs, as I say, they all are associated with each of the sounds you've got. So depending on which one you choose, you'll see that they actually change. So on this loop, you can change the start time with this knob, EQ, and all that kind of stuff. And then on this filter, and different ones, cut off, etc. Then you have an easy setting, which you could allocate to the whole of the module of the 4 sounds you've got it plugged into at the time, and that would control all of them at the same time, which is really quite handy as well. Okay, of course, these can also be allocated to pitch bend and wheels and all of the controllers on a MIDI keyboard if you wanted to. Have a level control. You've got level meters here now. You can switch each of them on and off if you need to, the parts. And so yeah, so let me just give you an idea of the kind of thing we've got. I'm going to just play you a track. So here in channel 1, I'm going to go over to Kit on my Pro Tools plugin and play you this loop. And just to give you an idea, if we're going to loops now, I'm just going to bring them up now, bring them down. You can see this load of loops now. Choose this one. And depending on the loop and how it's been programmed, you're going to have it across several keys, so it's mapped, and you'll have different loops depending on where you play on the keyboard. And again, velocity sensitive. So, and then you've got, as I say, I can't go through all the sounds, we haven't got time now, but can I just say it's vastly improved sound-wise, and especially things like the string section and stuff like that, just to give you some idea of the kind of things. Then the drum section is quite good now because it's split into different parts of a drum kit. So you've got kicks there. Of course, I've got the effects built into that, so I just switch those off. And you can hear a bit of my keyboard coming through the microphone as well. Sorry about that. So, as I say, let me take this back to my setting that I've created. So there it is. It's come back and it's loaded up the whole patch that I wanted, that I've used on this little kind of demo I've created. So on channel 2, got a pad setting, yeah. You've got a fretless bass. On 4, whoops, excuse me. On 4, we've then got another pad, an action pad with an arp playing. So the arpeggiator over here is all set up. Okay, let me just play you what I've done here. It's nothing amazing. It's just a little short passage which will just demonstrate the kind of power that you've now got with Xpand2. Here we go. Let's play this. Okay, I need to take that right back to the start actually. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. Okay, there we go. As I say, there's so many different kinds of music that you could use Xpand for. That's just a very, very, very quick track that I've created there. But gives you an idea. Much better, much improved, much better sounds. As I say, we don't really have time now to go through all the sounds, but I hope that gives you a taster of what you'll get with Xpand2. if you buy a new Pro Tools system, or if you upgrade to Pro Tools 8.